How's it going, everyone? It's Matt Deegs here. So today I've got an awesome video for you. If you're new to Space Marine 2, just getting into operations mode, or still struggling to beat Reliquary, especially on the higher difficulties like Lethal and Absolute, this guide is for you, okay guys? We all know this mission is brutal, but with the right strategies, you can improve your chances. Okay, I can't promise victory, but these tips and tricks might be what you need to push through. So stick around. If you find this helpful, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Really appreciate it, guys. But before we start, before we dive in, here's some key tips to keep in mind. Okay, guys, before we start, we gotta get these key tips down. So first, choose the class that you're most comfortable with. All right. If your main goal is to beat Reliquary, especially on higher difficulties like Lethal and Absolute, it's crucial to use the class you've played the most, likely your highest level class with fully upgraded perks. Okay, guys? This is not the time to go in, especially on Absolute, especially on Lethal, to go in with your level 5 sniper and just hope to beat it. It's not going to happen. It's going to be very, very hard to do that, okay? Comfort and experience will make a huge difference in your success, okay guys? So if you're playing with a squad or even solo, I highly recommend having a bulwark on your team. All right. While I personally use, you can see I use Vanguard here. I use the Vanguard class, and I'll make a separate video on why I think it's one of the best and most OP classes. But I'll get into that in another video. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see that video, but I'm probably going to make it regardless. But bulwarks are incredibly valuable, okay? Especially at higher difficulties where stim packs are very, very rare. Okay, the ability to regenerate health instead of spending most of the mission on low HP can be the difference between survival and beating this mission, or and defeat and losing and starting over again. All right, so very, very important. If you can get a bulwark on your team, do so. With that being said, guys, let's get started. All right, guys. So with a lot of other areas in this operation, this area is not one of the locations that if you get to the end, there's a gate or something that closes. So you're going to have to fight everybody off. You're going to have to defeat everybody because when you get to the end, when you get to the gate, if you don't, they're all going to pile up behind you. Okay, so I recommend my first tip here would be to try your best to defeat everybody. Take your time, work as a team, work together in unison as a squad. Don't go off and try to solo everybody because it's not easy, especially when you're on lethal difficulty. So take your time, okay, guys? Another thing that people don't realize is if you sneak into the left here, there's usually a little kind of area here, a little catacomb, a little nook that you're going to find some decent, I would say sometimes a med kit, sometimes a guardian relic. You might find some ammo, so definitely worth looking. So you can see here, guys, nothing on this run. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you don't, but moving forward, guys. Okay, I'm gonna kind of throughout, I'm gonna pause commentary just to focus on gameplay, and I'll come right back when I have a tip or a trick to discuss with you guys. All right, so right here, guys, actually right here, before I pause for a second, but right here you might get a Hellbrute. If you're unlucky, you're gonna get a Hellbrute here, especially if you're on Absolute or Lethal or higher level difficulties. You're gonna get a Hellbrute. Sometimes not. Also, guys, look in here. Okay, another little area, another little nook to look into. Look in here. You might find a stim pack. You might find ammo. Maybe a guardian relic. Just take the time, look in here when you're safe, and see what they got in there. Okay. We're going to proceed. Looks like we didn't get a Hellbrute, so just continue to the gates. Make sure you kill everybody here. All right. Take your time, one enemy at a time. Alright, guys, so you can see here I'm approaching the gate here, which is our kind of main area objective to reach. Whoops. And again, like I said earlier, if you didn't clear everybody and just kind of ran to this gate, you're gonna have a whole bunch of enemies behind you piling up, just laying waste in this little area here. So recommend take your time and kill your enemies before you get to this area here. Okay, guys? So also, you know, look to your left, look to your right like I just did. Make sure you break those supply crates because you're going to find ammo, you're going to find some sort of supply, med kits. So look there, take the time to break those and get some valuable ammunition. If you don't know, if you're just new to the game and you need ammo, there wasn't any ammo throughout the first area. You can always hit one of these pods, choose the loadout that you want, and it refills all your ammo for you. Okay, guys? Another quick tip here: if you have a sniper on your team, I would recommend little tip and trick here is if you have some good long range weapons, don't drop down right away. Okay, don't drop down right away. Take your time. All right, take your time and snipe some shots off. Pick some shots off. Pick some of the big guys off, and before you get down, before it gets too crazy down there, because once you're down there, it gets wild. Now, you can see here it's getting wild up here too. But if you were to drop down, you would have all the enemies hitting at you at once. So I pushed forward a bit too early. If you really wanted to play it safe, I would recommend stay back even before that drop pod and just pick off a few shots down there and try to go for those priority targets, okay, guys, before you drop down. Because once you drop down, there's no way to get back up again, okay? Okay, another little quick tip here, guys. You know, obviously this is pretty glaring, but you know, you'll usually find a stim pack here, regardless of the difficulty level, a little ammo hit, and some grenades. Another area that you can look, a couple key areas right here. Okay, you're gonna find some ammo. Could be a med kit, could be a guardian relic. You're also gonna find some of these breakable boxes. Make sure you hit that because you're gonna find some valuable stuff in there. All right, guys, and then you're going to want to, one of these doors will open. This time it's down here. We're going to proceed here, and you just got to kind of look around and find servitors and look for the Servo-skull. All right, so let's resume once we find that. So in terms of tips and tricks for this area, guys, the tombs, I would say for this first round, try to find the servo-skulls as fast as you can, because the waves will just continue and continue and continue. So just try to find it as best and fast as you can. Stay together as a squad. You know, you would think it's better to scatter and look for the objective faster if you were to separate, but I recommend stay together because once you separate, guys, it gets crazy and it gets hairy pretty fast, especially if you're on absolute. You can get overwhelmed very fast if you don't got your buddies near you. Okay, so right there I got the objective. I'm gonna head back up and we're going to go to the terminal here and get the next step going. Don't forget, guys, before you go on to the next area and the next stage, I recommend every time you're back in this area, you hit this ammo box so you're fresh, okay? Don't go in without ammo.
Unseal the door.
Consecration seals in place. Breach of seals granted only in the event of re-internment. Authorization necessary.
So basically, with this kind of stage now, you're going to have to follow the Servo-skull. Now make sure that you're close to the Servo-skull, or else it's going to stop and pause. So you have to guide it, you have to walk near it. So one of your teammates will have to guide it and kind of escort it, while the other ones kind of protect you and protect your body and kill enemies around it. Again, you can do that as well. You don't have to be right beside it, but I recommend just to kind of keep it moving. One team member always kind of near it and escorting the Servo-skull throughout. Okay, I'm going to pause right here just to turn around and help my teammates out a little bit here, just so we can clear the area up. So you can see the Servo-skull is paused right there. It's not moving. Just want to clear this up just a little bit. Alright, after this guy, I'm going to head down. Alright. So I've found, and I can't confirm if this is the case or not, it's just kind of anecdotal, kind of the way I've seen it, but the higher the difficulty, the slower and the more tombs and caskets that this Servo-skull has to scan. So just be ready if you're playing on lethal, if you're playing on absolute, be ready for a couple scans. So just be ready to fight.
Browsing catafalque. Ignobility index too high. Seeking another candidate. Only in death.
And while the Servo-skull's scanning, guys, I would recommend look around, because once they're scanning, you don't have to be beside him. So look around the area, see if there's any med kits, stims, guardian relics, gene seeds. So just look around, and once it says escort again, you got to go right beside it, all right, and then continue to the next tomb.
Only in death does a faithful servant find rest. Initializing scan. Subject does not meet required parameters. Restarting search. To be remembered in death is the reward of a candidate found. Exhumation and relocation recommends Minister.
Access rights granted by Captain Akaran.
All right, so once they find an appropriate candidate, the Servo-skull is going to disappear, so you don't have to guide it back. You just head right back to the terminal area here, okay? You're going to be greeted by a shitstorm, so just be ready to fight. So most likely, guys, you're going to be low on ammo. So just hit that crate, guys, and just continue, all right? All right, next tip right here is a pretty good one. Now, if you don't know, you're going to be greeted by some nice wave of enemies here. So there's two ways you can do this before I head in. You can fight them, or you can head to the elevator shaft, Make sure all your teammates are on the same page because you need all your squad mates there, and hit that button so it'll take you down, okay? And then you won't have to worry about these enemies, all right? So if you want to avoid it and your goal is to solely beat this mission, head to the elevator shaft as fast as possible, okay? You can fight it. You can fight the enemies, but I would recommend just head to the elevator, okay? For your sole purpose, if you've tried this mission over and over and you don't want to deal with it anymore, just head to the elevator path, head to the elevator, and you're good. Might get a bit dicey, so make sure all your teammates are on the same page. Once everyone's in, we're still waiting for one person. No, we should be good. There we go. Okay, we closed it, and we're in. We're all in. Beautiful. So when you're on absolute, guys, it gets crazy, and trust me, you'll be leaving a lot of enemies back there. So that's one way of fast tracking. Now, this is another area that is a bit controversial, but if you're looking to beat this, I would recommend just to head to the end point. Now, I hope these guys don't go down. Stay here, guys. Stay here. Okay, stay here. Let me talk. All right. These damn bots. All right, so before we get started, onto the bridge. This is where a lot of people die. Okay, this is where a lot of people quit the game and die and can't complete it, can't get into the next area. So at the end of this entire bridge, you're gonna, hey, where are you guys going? Get back here. Let them go. At the end of the bridge is a gate. If all your squad mates are there, the gate will close. Now, you can fight everybody. You're gonna have to fight a few people, right? Obviously, that's a certain, that's a given. But you don't have to fight everybody. If you just want to beat this mission, just get to the gate. Make sure every squad member is on the same page, because if you're not, you're gonna be stuck at that gate. You're gonna be fighting your way, waiting at that gate, fighting for your life while your squad mates come towards you. Okay. That's kind of the first tip there. So again, you can either fight and get to the end, but you're gonna exhaust your ammo, you're gonna exhaust your stim packs, you're gonna exhaust yourself, guys. You're gonna go into the boss fight with nothing. So I recommend, if you're solely trying to beat this mission, just get to the other side of this damn bridge, okay, guys? Another thing to consider is, if you don't, you're just gonna have to fight spawns and new spawns of waves. So they're just going to keep spawning, all right? They don't stop spawning. So if you're staying in a certain area and waiting for your enemies to stop spawning, it's not going to happen. They're going to continuously spawn, okay? So just keep that in mind, all right? So eventually you're going to have to, even if you want to fight, eventually you're going to have to move on and leave some enemies behind. See how they just keep spawning? All right? Another thing to consider, guys, is be careful with that Helldrake, okay? Getting hit by the Helldrake's fire is no bueno. So make sure, wait, be patient, get some cover, and then proceed. Another quick tip, guys, once you get down those first set of stairs, go directly to your left, and right here you're gonna find a stim pack. Most of the time you're gonna find a stim pack right there. Beautiful. So I'm gonna hit that up. Did I miss anything? No. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm gonna stay silent here. You're gonna see my go at kind of running to the end. Hopefully, I mean, these are bots, so they will follow me. They can just spawn right beside me when I get to the end. Another thing to consider, guys, sometimes you will get a Hell Brute here. Doesn't look like we're getting it because it would have already come. So pretty good here. So we got lucky a bit. But just be aware that you might get a Hell Brute. I recommend fighting the Hell Brute in this area here. If you can take him down there, take him down there. Because if you're fighting him here, you now have to worry about enemies, the Hell Brute, and the damn fire from the Helldrake. So just be careful, all right, guys? Some tips there. All right, we're gonna make a run for it. I'm gonna show you here, guys. Just let me kill these one or two guys here. Get some ammo. Let this Helldrake come. Once he passes, we're running, boys. We're running. Okay, let him pass. All right, we're going in. We're going in. Let it subside. We're going in. We're running. So usually, guys, I kind of pop in here, see if there's any stim packs, see if there's any ammo, and let the Helldrake pass. All right, trying your best to stay alive. Let the Helldrake pass. All right, and we're running. Now this is where you're gonna have to, Just try your best to run, dodge some enemy fire, and just get to the end here. All right, you're safe from the Helldrake. You can fight off some people here if there were enemies. Otherwise, you just continue. Let me see what they got. So sometimes you're gonna get a ammo crate on this side. You might get it on this side. So this time it was on this side. So make sure you utilize it. Okay, look around. All right. Ooh, before I move on from this area, another area that you have to check that a lot of people miss is down here. So there's a little cave area, a little downstairs portion to this map, to this first kind of safety checkpoint here. So come down, look around. There might be some valuable stuff down here for you. So looks like there's nothing today, but it's worthwhile to check. Moving on. All right, I'm just gonna go. Moving on to the next area. Again, if you were really desperate to try to beat this game, you can really just dodge, dodge, and just run to the end. You will get some enemy fire hitting you. You can't ignore that. You can't fight that. You can't avoid that. So just try your best to dodge it as best as you can. You're gonna get a Helldrake attack right now, so wait for that to come through before you drop down. Once that clears, you're heading down, okay? Now I can see that there's a Terminator behind me. I'm just gonna leave him. I don't need to fight him. Getting to this checkpoint right here. Perfect. Let the Helldrake pass. Gonna grab some ammo. Make sure you look around. Those are crack grenades. Perfect crack grenades. I'll grab those. All right, I got my buddies here. Okay, we're running. Now, if you're a Vanguard, this will help you get to the end a little faster. Don't worry about those guys summoning. Just keep moving, guys. Just keep moving. Because once we get to the gate, all these guys will just be left behind. Okay. Again, keep running. Keep running. I like to go left here. That's just personal, but you can pop some shots off. Just clear your area a bit. Okay, let the Helldrake pass here, guys. Because once it's cleared, you're running. You're making your way. You're Leroy Jenkins it. All right, beautiful. All right, we are making a run. Here we go. Beautiful. So right around here, guys, I usually let the Helldrake pass once more. Once it's clear, make sure you don't go on the fire. Make sure you don't go on the fire. Make sure it clears completely. You're making a run for it, guys. This should be the last pass, and we are clear. Now, another area here, guys, don't forget to look to the left here. Don't forget to go on the left. You will find a stim pack, some ammo, all right? Some grenades. Usually a stim pack right back here, okay, guys? Don't forget that. And now we're heading out. All right, guys, we are in the clear. There will be some enemies waiting for you back in behind the gate, but it should be an easy clear for you and your squad. Beautiful. Okay, once these guys come, we'll be good to go. Beautiful. Let's close that up. There you go. So we've left everybody back there. None of our concern anymore. Moving on to the next area. Getting ready for the Helldrake boss.
The stained glass bears a sigil. Praise be to the Omnissiah. Interact with corresponding sigil to perform cleanse.
So this is a preview and a prelude to what you're going to have to do in the final boss when you're trying to defeat the Helldrake. You're going to find these sigils on the stained glass windows, and you're also going to find the corresponding sigils on these little platforms here. So you and your squad mates, this is the only time I would recommend split apart. So maybe one of the squad mates on the left side, one kind of checking out the middle, and one on the far side on the right. And you got to correspond the green sigil here with the sigil that's lit up on the stained glass windows. Okay, so you'll see as I play it through, you'll see what I mean. All right, so make sure, guys, another thing to consider is, so you can see here, my primary is a Melta. Now, you're going to fight the Helldrake. The Helldrake is very far away, so this Melta's not going to reach, okay? Or if it does, it's barely hitting it. So I would recommend, if you have a longer distant gun, this is when you should change it, okay? Now, for me, I'm just going to keep the Melta and just pop them off with my my pistol, just so I can keep talking a little longer. And really, right now, all I have is Melta. I haven't dealt with my loadout 2 and 3, so I'm just going to keep it for now. But if you want to, this is where you change it out. You go for that longer range weapon, okay? Also, don't forget to stock up on all these here. Another quick tip or trick is, if you have a tactical on your squad, make sure that they save their Auspex scan for when the Helldrake is injured, when you're supposed to attack him. Because if you can place that Auspex on him, the health and the HP of that boss and that Helldrake diminishes quick. Okay, guys? So I don't think it looks like I have one now, but if you do have a tactical, this is the time to use that Auspex. All right, so we're waiting for one of this or three of the sigils. So we got those three right there. So we got to correspond those three. So we got, looks like the shield there. I'm going to interact with that. Beautiful. It's going to light up. What's the other one? So we have a, looks like the upside down keys. Beautiful. We're going to hit that. You also have to make sure once in a while the Helldrake will pop off and shoot some fire out. So just be careful with that. Looks like we got one more, guys. Not that one. Looks like that one right there. Beautiful. So once this last one goes, be ready to attack. Okay, guys? This is when you pop the Auspex scan. All right. So we're going to have to repeat that a few times here.
Check the stained glass. Helldrake assault. I see the signs on the windows. I think Lankai would approve. Shut the traitors! We align the single Helldrake strike imminent.
All right, let's get ready again.
That did the traitors. Now, brothers, we strike. Reserve your ammunition, brothers.
Okay, gonna go for another round here. And it's unfortunate because I only have a pistol, but again, this is where you pull out that long-range weapon, all right?
We must hold out until we see an effect.
Okay, we got two more.
Gaze upon the glass. Tend to my wounds. I think Lankai would approve.
Okay, we got one more.
We must hold out until we see an effect. My thanks to Saint Lankai for her relics.
Yeah, so unfortunately, guys, again, if you got that tactical, you got the long range, you'll be able to kill this Helldrake with ease. Unfortunately, I'm only popping a pistol off, and I got a bunch of bots on my team, so it's not easy. But we'll get it. We'll get it.
We must hold out until we see an effect. Helldrake strike imminent. We aligned the symbols. The beacon shields the Helldrake.
Okay, here we go.
That is the trick.
I wonder if my Melta can reach. No.
Saint Lankai's left weapon was effective. Helldrake assault.
Alright, guys, it looks like we got one more. Hopefully we can get this. I gotta clear some enemies here. Regroup.
Stained glass. Try a saint. I think was defiant. I would react immediately. Uninvited. Helldrake strike imminent. Come on. Show us some of that power. That did the trick. Helldrake is all
Shoot the Helldrake, bots. Shoot the Helldrake. Alright, we got one more. We got one more, guys. We got one more.
desperate barrage. The Saint's relics will be our arsenal. We must hold out until we see an effect. That did the trick. Look for Bellfire and Crow.
So we got a Terminator coming in, so let's get this done quick. Shit's getting crazy. All right, here we go. Here we go. Just going for it. I'm going for it, boys. There we go. Beautiful. We did it. We did it. We did it. And that's it, guys. That's how you beat Reliquary. Now, again, not easy. Even with all those tips and tricks, it's not easy, guys. So, again, hopefully that helped you. If you're trying to on lethal and absolute, the best of luck to you. I know you can do this. If I'm able to do it, you guys are able to do it. I believe in you. Let me know in the comments if these tips, tricks, if this guide helped you at all. If you were able to beat it, let me know how many times it took you. It took me quite a few times on absolute and lethal to beat it, but I was able to get it. And it's possible. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, if you love Space Marine 2, if you love Warhammer 40k in general, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Okay, guys? All the best, and thanks again for watching. Really appreciate it. Take care.